G'day Bambies, Kaleidow here and welcome back to my channel. So today we are working on a house building video and this house is for my cats and dogs let's play. So for the Wolfgang household. How exciting, right? So I do have the very first episode out already. If you guys want to go check it out, I'll have the link down below. I had so much fun recording that episode, but just be warned that I did record it quite late at night, meaning my voice is quite harsh in it, and I don't know why, because I stayed up so late. I actually went to bed around 3 a.m. last night. My voice, I woke up this morning with the worst voice ever, so I probably still have a bit of a raspy voice today, so I apologize for that. But yeah, I'm really excited for this build since it is a little bit different to what I usually build. I was very muchly inspired by the other builds in the New World, Brindleton Bay, which we have in this expansion pack. And I thought, let's go ahead and give it a bit of a Hamptons vibe. Well, that's what everyone else has been calling it. I'm not actually sure what the Hamptons actually is. I think it may be a really wealthy area in America. Not entirely sure. Haven't looked into it, but that's what everyone's saying, so I'm just gonna go with that flow, you know? But I tried to make a more whimsical, kaleidified version of the houses that I saw around Brindleton Bay anyways, and I had a lot of fun with it. We had these new roof styles, tools that we have in this pack, and actually I'm pretty sure it was a free patch. So everyone gets these new roof tiles, which is fantastic. And also I want to mention, I nearly forgot because this is my second video. Big thank you to EA for giving me an early access code. And I had so much fun. I literally installed it and played The Sims all day, building this house and also creating our family for the new LP. And into no life mode. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what I mean when I say no life Sims mode. When you don't even have a shower. I know this is getting TMI, but you don't even care about what you look like, and you maybe smell a little bit, you forget about food, you forget about living, and you just literally live in The Sims. Your brain might as well be integrated into The Sims because nothing else matters. So yeah, that happened, and now I get to share with you guys all of the footage that I recorded in that no life stage that I had. So I really just love the whole style that I go with this house. We have a whole bunch of these cute little, well, we only have 2 little towers, and there is a really cool chair item that fits perfectly into this octagonal sort of shape. Is it an octagon? I think it is. 1, 2, 3, yeah, it is. It's an 8-sided shape. I know things. Don't question my intelligence. But yeah, so we have cute little towers using the new roof style tools, and they're just so great how you can have different edged roofs. I really like that. And I absolutely am in love with the new windows. There are so many different windows, and they just happen to come in a minty green shade, which perfectly matches the family that I've created for the LP. So I will be uploading a Create a Sim video of them very, very soon. So guys, don't worry about that. But you, of course, can just go ahead and watch the actual first episode of the LP, and then you can see what they actually look like. But everything's sort of green themed in this Let's Play, and when I get into the interior of this build, you're gonna realize whoa, this girl, she likes the green, all right? And yeah, actually green is one of my favorite colors. I love it because I'm a huge nature geek. I love everything outdoorsy. If I was a sim, I would have the outdoors trait. So yeah, I was excited to do something green themed, and with cats and dogs, we actually get a lot of very lovely, subtle green palette tones, which is so great because I feel like a lot of the other green palettes we've gotten in past packs have been a little bit on the gross side, I have to be honest. Well, we got more pastel tones. And I feel like I got a little bit overly excited about this in this build and just kind of went ham with all the green. So I try to change it up later on, but it's still pretty green by the end of it. So just warning you all, some people already like mentioned it on my Let's Play episode that everything is all green, and yep, it is. It's basically a house for the Hulk. Like, just imagine the Hulk coming home after a day at the Avengers, and yeah, this is where he wants to chill out, look after all his pets. That would be such a cute Let's Play, actually. Can we do that? Oh man. So something that I didn't really keep in mind while building this was actually having room for pets. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of difficult and a little bit crowded in this Let's Play, but we do have this second lounge room, which is quite nice. I'm probably just going to totally renovate that into a pet room. But so far so good. It just is very, very homey, and I tried to include some of the objects for pets. We have beds that are kind of thrown around the home. We also have one cat scratching post. I tried not to include too much because it is a Let's Play and I would like to have some form of progression, like a sense of progression in the series. You don't want to start a Let's Play with everything. I've already done that mistake in the past, and I've had to go back and redo things. If you guys have followed up with my Goddess LP, you know that I had to totally recreate it because I just felt like the whole series was empty beginning with everything, you know. So I wanted to make everything, even though I kind of do add in some decorations here and there, afterwards, I delete a lot of stuff for the actual Let's Play. So just gonna warn you guys, the house looks a lot better in this video than in the Let's Play. That is why, because I just went back and had to delete some things, you know. And oh my gosh, these new pot plants and things that we got with the pack, they are so nice. You know, one thing that I wish we could change though, you know that little it looks like a milkman, sort of a milkman pot thing with the blue flowers and the sunflowers popping out. I wish that we could change the color of the blue flowers. I just not a big fan of that bright blue. It kind of reminds me of lavender, and I'm not really a lavender person. I do like lavender, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like that blue, okay? Oh man, really happy with this lounge room shape, how we have the little tower, how it interacts with everything, and there's that little chair that just fits so snug and perfect. And I really feel like they were thinking of towers when making this stuff pack. They wanted us to build in a certain way or have a certain style. EA would have some sort of, like, I guess, vision board or something where they would brainstorm styles and stuff. And if they didn't do that, I can imagine that things would look really mix and match and just messy. And you know, it's our job as the simmers, as the players, to mix and match things later on. And I just really love the whole style. It's very country-like, subtle, very delicate details, very minute details actually, including there's the lounge or armchairs that we have in that second little room that I want to make the pet room eventually. And there's little tassels on the blanket. I just think it's such a lovely little touch. And also, one of my favorite new items is that little succulent pot plant that has, like, it's like a cat. And somebody actually commented on the Let's Play saying Bulbasaur. And yes, oh my gosh, I don't know why I didn't think of that. It is like Bulbasaur. Oh my gosh. How cool would it be if we actually could get Pokemon in The Sims 4? Can that be a collaboration? EA, go hit up Nintendo, get that organized. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be fantastic? You know how like The Sims, they've had their collaborations with other games and companies in the past with things. Usually it's with like a clothing brand or like a celebrity, but wouldn't it be cool if they actually like did something with the... Oh, well, I guess they have those critter things. I haven't even played with them. I'm so bad, but I'm so bad. But the critter things, I guess that's the Sims 4 version of Pokemon, so maybe there would be some copyright issues with all that. Okay, we're just gonna stop right here, but oh, my dreams are broken already. Cut off prematurely. No. Oh well, oh well. We make this really weird sort of TV enclosed area. Not sure how I feel about it. I kind of wanted the house to feel a little bit dated, but maybe slightly renovated. And people used to have really big TV units. Even when I was a kid, we had a really elaborate TV unit and it had like glass cabinets around it, all of these different cupboards and stuff. And do you guys remember these things? Like, people had the most cluttered rooms. Like, everything was so cluttered. But nowadays, people like it more simple, sleek, and I wanted this house to feel like it's slightly renovated, slightly coming into the norm. But you know, I'm just so bad at interior design. Actually, I'm pretty bad at building in general. I just have a lot of fun with it. Probably the reason why it takes so long for me to build. But yeah, when people tell me I'm good at building, I'm just like, I don't actually know if I am, but I have a lot of fun with it, and I just like sharing my build process with you guys. It's more about the process for me, and even watching back my builds, I really enjoy that because sometimes I think that I'm going full throttle, like, oh my gosh, anxiety, high alert, need to get this done real quick because I'm so aware of how long it takes me to build. And then I watch back, I'm like, dude, I was so chill building this. Like, what? This does not match my actual feelings at the time. But anyways, this is a very interesting open plan kitchen. Kind of cool. I like it. I've always been a big fan of the warehouse style kitchens where everything's just out in the open, you know, and I really love this trestle table. One of my favorite new tables we have in the game that comes with the expansion pack. And look at the little doggy pot plant that we also have. It's just a dog version of the cat one. I have to say the cat one wins, but how cool are these little nautical details that we get? The fishing net with the, I guess they're called buoys or bobs. Buoys, I think they're called buoys. Little fishing lures or whatever, and it just matches the whole theme of Brindleton Bay being a coastal town, and I thought I should include that a little bit, and it does add a little bit more character into our home and doesn't make everything totally green because I really didn't want everything to be green, so I changed up things a bit here in the kitchen. I really like this little enclave that we have the stove in. I think it's really adorable. I like it with the cabinets above and stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Also, we probably could bring the dining table out, but I wanted to make space for all of the dog bowls and all pet bowls. We don't just have dogs, we also have a fox and a cat in the Let's Play. I should probably tell you guys a little bit about that LP. So we do have, we have 5 pets, I believe. Let's just go through them. We have Millie the fox, we have Sergeant Fig, who is a cat, the only cat. He's going to be so grumpy. We also have Sassy Sasquatch. She's a really big dog. She is such a sweetheart though. Frida, a little toy fox terrier. She's such a pretty little lady. And we also have Bentley, who is kind of a little gentleman too. He's a smart cookie, and I think we're going to definitely be teaching him some tricks too. So those are our pets, and that's why I've got all of those dog bowls or animal bowls there for their food. had no idea what I was doing right then with the curtains. That looked dreadful. For some reason, I really felt like I didn't want to put curtains in this house, so there's a lacking of curtains in this home, guys, just letting you know. But we also have 3 Sims in the household. So we have the mum, Jodie. She is a single mum, although for some reason their dad comes over just randomly to help look after the kids, which I think is so cute and really, really nice of him, especially as Jodie is also looking after 5 pets at the same time. And then we have the 2 children. We have Bear, who was the youngest. She is so sweet, bit of a wild child, and she runs with the wolf pack, you know what I mean? And I think she's going to be adopting a lot of characteristics from the animals. And it's going to be interesting how she grows up. And then we also have her brother, who is older than her. He's a child, and his name is Hal. Now, some people have been asking about the names that I've chosen. I know they are a little bit questionable, Hal and Bear, but I really wanted to go with the dog theme, and because the Let's Play is called Wolfgang, which is actually their surname, I just thought their names are really suited the whole Brindleton Bay theme, and also how their mum is sort of that kind of quirky character. All of their pets are actually meant to be adopted. They are strays that she picked up and rescued, so they are that sort of, not alternative, I guess I would say, alternative family. A lot of my Let's Plays tend to be that sort of style. I like playing The Sims in that way in the first place, so it's going to be interesting having this many animals all in one little home. And I have to say, compared to a lot of the other houses here in Brindleton Bay, it is quite cozy and small. But so far, so good. In the first episode, didn't feel like they were all clashing a lot. I feel like there could have been a little bit more room in the lounge room, but maybe this house could be just their first stepping stone in the future. Maybe when their mum gets a better job, gets some more money in the bank, she could move into a bigger house where there'll be more room for the animals, more room for the whole fam bam, and I think it would be fantastic. So I got some goals in plan, and also I really want to work out with the whole relationship with the mum and the dad. So I have a feeling that the dad might eventually find another lady, but I don't think it will be like the whole evil stepmom situation. It probably will be more like they're a big family, they're a bit dysfunctional, well, not dysfunctional, but not the norm. But they, at the end of the day, they all come together and they're really happy, you know? They want to help each other out. They're very compassionate people, and they may not be normal, but I think that's what brings them together the most. And yeah, the animals are just going to have a blast. Hopefully, we already had a little bit of a poo mishap in the first episode. Not going to spoil any more about that, but go check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, going to the toilet in Cats and Dogs or getting your pets to go to the bathroom is a little bit interesting. Just gonna leave it right there. I have to say that the whole layout of this house has been a little bit different to how I usually would, just because of the whole style of it on the outside in the first place. Upstairs was harder for me to kind of organize and plan out, and we had this really awkward sort of hallway, which I don't necessarily like that much. And I have to be honest, as I was saying before, I don't think this house will be their end game home. I don't think it is her dream house. So in the future, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get Jodie a new house and with a lot more room, and maybe we'll get some like little dog kennels and stuff, a bigger outdoor space, because the animals need to roam, you know. And we do have a fenced off area. Well, actually I'm using a hedge because I thought that looked a lot nicer than using fences, and I have that gate locked, so fingers crossed our animals do not run away, because if they do, I will cry. When I was playing at Sims Camp in September, all of my animals basically ran away and I had no idea why. They just did. Like, I gave them food, I was playing with them, and then all of a sudden they were just running off into the horizon, and I'm like, oh, where are you going? Bye then, okay. And you can't get them back. Like, you have to just, fingers crossed, wait for them to come home, or maybe someone will find them or something. I don't know. I didn't get to play long enough to figure out what happens next, but I was just devastated. I was actually devastated. And back then I had some rainbow pets and stuff, so it was a little bit more close to my heart. And also, some people were surprised that I went with some more normal looking characters. So yes, the dogs that I'm using in my Let's Play aren't rainbow colored or anything. I know we have the color wheel when it comes to creating pets, which is so neat, but I really wanted to do something a bit more country style and a bit more rugged, and I don't know what the word would be. Rugged is a good word, rustic also, and real. I wanted it to be real because these are pets that are supposed to be not meant to be the most beautiful pets. I think Bentley is obviously a pretty boy, and so is Frida. I couldn't help myself. They weren't meant to be gorgeous little dogs or anything, but I couldn't make them look kind of old and rugged in The Sims 4. They're just too adorable to do so, but it isn't meant to be perfect because, like I said before, they're meant to be strays and they're meant to be adopted. So they come from all kinds of backgrounds, be it abusive situations, or maybe they just got lost, or, you know, just not the best backgrounds. And I really wanted to give them a really lovely home, and that's meant to be the whole focus of the Let's Play. It's meant to be just a big happy family. It isn't meant to be like, wham, rainbow in your face, because I know I usually do that to you guys with the rainbow colors. So sorry to disappoint some people that I didn't grow with the rainbow, but that's also why I kind of went for more rainbow colors while I was at Sims Camp, because I knew in the back of my head that I wanted to do something kind of real and rustic, and to kind of more focus on adopt, don't shop. You know, that's something that's very important to me. It always has been. Ever since I was little, all of our pets have either been strays or adopted. My current dog, we actually did purchase for $40, but they didn't sell any of the other dogs because they were mutts. I actually don't think she was, I don't think any animal is worth money. They're their own sentient life. It's a little bit sad that we do so, but she was bought from a litter, but it was a mutt litter, and I think it was more because they were backpackers and they were just trying to make money however they could, including selling these dogs. Obviously no one else bought the mutts because they weren't purebred or anything, and sadly all of them went to a shelter. So in my head I still feel like I, in a way, rescued or at least helped a dog not go to a rescue shelter, because sometimes you never know what's going to happen to these dogs when they're in a shelter. And this is the biggest thing that I believe, that like people say that buying from a good breeder is fine because, you know, especially if you know the people and you get to know like the situation. But the thing is, just by buying from a breeder in the first place, it means that you are not choosing a life from a shelter, and that animal possibly could be put down because they can't keep these animals in the shelters. There's so many animals coming into these places every single year, and there just isn't room enough. So they do have to sadly put some of them down over time, and that's the most unfortunate thing. And I feel like it's when it comes to private breeders, it's just like when I talk about other things when it comes to animal issues, it's high demand. So they're going to keep breeding these animals if they're in demand. So if you're buying these animals from a breeder, it means that they're going to continue breeding more animals because people are buying them. It's in high demand. While if you are getting it from a shelter, you're actually helping an animal and you're not actually paying into an industry that's pushing out more babies when there's already babies who are waiting for a lovely home. You know what I mean? These animals are already alive. So I'm just going to leave that there. I knew I was going to rant about that eventually. Really, really happy with this build, guys. So much fun with all of the green, lush colors around here. And I'm already really loving it in this Let's Play. I know that I was a little bit iffy about the layout, but I'm still pretty happy with it. Let me know what you guys think down below. This will, of course, be on the gallery for you all to download once you have cats and dogs, of course. If you download it right now, I don't think that it's going to work. Well, it won't work, actually, but it'll probably be all empty and stuff. But yeah, guys, so excited. Make sure to check out my new Let's Play. I'll leave the link down below. Yeah, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. I love you all to bits, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.